Okay.
All right.
I am ready to go. If I leave here, you'll never be able to return. Are you certain you've done all you need to? When you leave that door, a predicament awaits you. If that's even a strong enough word. Luis transformed into a demon, and at his side, death itself. But you have already overturned your fated demise once. If you do emerge victorious and become king, you will truly have proved your ideals correct. That fantasy is not just an empty dream, but one with the power to change the world. It seems as though my novel has outlived its usefulness. Feel free to leave the old book here. From now on, you'll be the one writing the story. Your own true tale of fantasy.
The kingdom rests in your hands now. If there is yet any value to believing in something beyond us, prove to me that fantasy has the power to color reality. Now, onward, O King of a new dawn!
Alright, showdown.
Everyone! He's awake!
Is he all right?
Thank the stars.
Considering it was we who engaged Amata's gambit, this must be rather humorous to him.
We pulled through, thanks to Neuras. Can't believe he caught us mid-plummet on that busted Skyrunner.
Well, don't leave out Heismay. Wouldn't have expected his wings to be so handy.
Never again.
We're in good shape. Our wounds have already healed. It was all so fast. I'm still a little shocked. True. It's bound to be everyone hoping the best for us below. Like what Luis did. Only the magic working in reverse. What?
Why? Why do you still stand in defiance? What drives such tenacity?
Luis! The world is full of injustice. Not everything you've said is wrong, much as it hurts to admit.
Yet, you would give up because you see no other way. And no future can come from that. We may struggle with fear and anxiety, but we shape our own destiny with our own hands. I have no doubts.
Yes, you're a man who has endured tragedy. It's foolish, I know, all this talk of belief. I know well. That said, if you cast aside all belief, all that remains is to endure a slow death.
As for me, I believe things can change. I have to. Singing and believing aren't so far apart, right? Even then, my songs touched you too. I know they did. After I'd idealized my death more than I ever did my life, thanks to a chance encounter, everything changed for me. Now I can hope for the best, without fearing for the worst. The possibilities are endless. If you ask me, that's what magic is.
Luis, you got all these people who believe in you, because you gave them a shred of hope. And now, you want to crush that hope. Maybe you're the one who's scared. Deep down, you're afraid to admit to yourself You're the one who's hopeless now.
Luis, the fairies came to live in the Sanctum. But do you know why we chose it? The Elder tribe. We admired the people of humanity. To make our dreams into realities, we have to trust each other. When people do that, that's what makes them so amazing. If you deny the power of trust, if you make the world a place where it can't exist, then you're just plain wrong!
Fools. These false foundations. Who in their right mind could promise such fantasies? I will never let injustice be repeated. Never again!
His aura is entirely different. It's a magla burst. Luis is becoming a human.
Come on then! No choice now. We prove ourselves with all that we are!
Let's go then! This is our final battle!
Again, the world must be shattered, and again it must be rebuilt anew. You will die in tribute to my ideals, Prince.
We'll win this. For the sake of our world.
A human, huh? Can't see that. I have two people who are very good against humans here. Oh, there's 4 masks. Okay, we have fire, joy, ire. What? Hold on. Joy, ire, mirth. Okay, just 3 masks. We're good.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
How do we go about this one? I can retry though, so that's good. Is it? This isn't everybody, right? For one enemy. Okay. Holy crap, that is just a lot of stuff to look at. Mask of Ire sounds not great. So we'll start with Mask of Ire here.
There is no power in your fantasy.
Okay.
Time for some close combat. Come forth.
Just
soul.
hit him right from the get-go.
Nice hit. That
Okay.
was perfect.
I shall vanquish evil.
All right. Fingers crossed. No reflect.
Cut you down.
Right on target. Nice one,
Who should I
Strohl.
beat down first?
All right, I got all of them. Good.
All right.
Oh, did I got rid of the... crap. Okay, Ire it is.
Basilio left him wide open. Let's
200?
hit that new weakness.
That was it, huh?
They're weak to strike attacks. Smash them up.
Well, crap. Let's get started on Mirth, maybe?
How about this?
The world of old.
Okay.
People shall perish.
The magic seeds.
Only 1,000. That's a lot of turns. Okay, the chance of inflicting anxiety has reached its peak. Okay, this is great. Yeah.
They got you with multiple ailments.
Multiple ailments. Oh. Is that what we're calling those, or ailments?
No holding back.
That's okay by me. Oh, is this everybody? Oh, hold on.
insane?
If we get back to Strohl, oh, we might be able to make it. Oh my. Okay, so we have everything down. Good. Good, good.
My methods.
There is no power in your fantasy.
Okay. I want to make it to Strohl first.
This is it!
Nice hit. That was perfect.
Okay.
Power within.
Everyone's defense is down 2 and my attack is +2.
Right on target. Nice
I'm
one,
ready
Strohl.
whenever.
All right. I hope I don't have to kill all these things at the same time, because that would not be fun. All right. It may be time to take you out and put who in? Is it you? Oh, here we go. Okay, and you're my buffer. That's right. Okay, so Junah's in for Heismay.
Leading lady.
Okay, with no sacrifices to offer up. I do not know what that means. Ooh. I shouldn't have taken Heismay out. Oops. My bad. I forgot about the dodge.
The inequities of the world can only be cleansed if the strong subsume the weak. Now, be a noble sacrifice. Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
What? Is he trying to swallow those people? Wait, they're puppets? I'm sensing deadly magma in the puppets. Attack him before he swallows more.
Okay. Oh, that's down to 1 HP. Holy crap. Oh, this is sucky. You know, we don't know what this looks like yet, do we? Okay. Put you in the back, and then we will try the light here. Ooh, not a lot of damage, though. Gross. Who's healing? I guess Junah's healing? Yeah, we've got to hit Mask of Joy. The crits.
World of old and its people. All right, shall perish.
Okay. Ignores resistances or gives it a weakness to strike. I think we just don't want to even play with this, do we?
The puppet's magma's fading. Don't underestimate me, Basilio.
Perfect.
That's what they get when they mess with you.
Okay, so we are going to get back to whatchamacallit, aren't we? Okay, decrease stuff, removes buffs, and repel an elemental attack.
Let's keep
On
cool.
Strohl.
I owe you.
Captain,
Let's stay
they've
calm.
got your
Let's
defenses
go.
down.
Okay, there we go.
Not out of this yet.
We'll save Strohl here.
Our new world and its ideals have no holding back.
Okay.
I'll cut you down.
Oh, we crit and missed. So miss trumps crits. That sucks. Ooh, everyone's, huh? That's not good. Bye, turns.
Captain, they've got your defenses down.
Okay, we've got to... Ooh, I just have this really bad feeling that if I don't kill them all at the same time, they can revive each other. So who do we got next? I guess Junah gets to be reflected.
The world of old.
Looks like we can't brute force through this.
Alright, what do we got?
Shall perish.
Light, 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 huh? Okay.
Charging in. I won't hold back. The magic seeds.
Yeah. I really want to buff up the team,
Nice one, Strohl.
but... Oh, who dodged? How am I missing these things?
I feel so slow.
Okay, that's fine.
Junah, careful! It looks like you've got several ailments. Watch your back.
Okay, those ailments are fine so far.
Beat him down.
Right, we're not... Oh yeah, we're definitely not ailmented out right now. We just need to keep people healthy.
Our new world and its ideas have no need.
This is it.
Alright,
Nice hit.
I shall fight as the noble I am. Are you
so, Vorpal Blade. Nothing... Yeah, you don't have... Strohl's just missing. As Strohl does, I guess. Yeah, we missed there too.
Stay insane in a fight. Not bloody like. Here I go. You're
Okay.
out of here.
We don't need another one. So what can you do? Debilitate. Attacks down. Oh, because Strohl keeps hitting him. So that's good. Yeah, we're gonna take the Mask of Joy down a notch here. Alright. So we check for sacrifices, we buff. I'm okay with that.
Sacrifice yourself to the
Okay,
new
so if he
age.
does make it to his last turn, he will sacrifice something.
Junah, careful! It looks like you've got several ailments.
Okay,
Watch
we
your
do
back.
not want that.
The magic seeds.
I can't afford to hold back. I call upon royal power within.
You miss a lot, sir. Just hit the one on the left. Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's do this. Oh, awesome souls, do your thing.
Oh, I hit the Mask of... Oh, it's showing me this. Hold on. Take it out. Oh, son of a gun. Strohl has screwed me. Okay, Orusan sacrifice does what? Okay. Ah, it's this thing.
That's no good.
My shoulders. Okay?
We're alive. Good.
You're all hurt bad. Can anyone get on healing duty? Behold this power.
Okay, we've got to remove all buffs on all enemies here, so we're not going to get a reflect this turn.
The world of old.
I'll get some distance.
And we need to heal
Do
everybody.
this.
Helpful as ever.
That helped us out.
That helped.
There is no power in your fantasy.
No
Okay.
holding back.
What do I have? Want to try ice? No one really has an ice thing to follow up, so I think I can try this here. Let's try and get the Mask of Joy down here too.
Right on target.
Who should
Okay, good crits. Good crits.
Here I go.
Ah!
Right in their weak spot.
Oh,
Beat him down, Basilio.
Oh.
For you. You might
we
say
can
it's
get a
to die
reflect.
for. Watch me.
Where is it? Yeah, let's keep Basilio healthy here.
I owe you one.
The world of old
He may be...
Come forth, royal soul.
perish.
Oh, I didn't try the light on... I did, didn't I? I thought I did. That's why we know that they are not... Okay. They don't reflect light, so we're good here. Okay, stay... Oh, Great Reset's fine. Oh, it does damage, though.
So slow.
That's not fine. That was not cool. Where are we at for Strohl?
Hack and slash.
Right on target. Nice one, Strohl.
Alright, so we've got... Hold on. Is not everyone weak to this yet? Just you, huh? Okay. Well, we're gonna make it so everybody is weak to Smash here.
Let's hit that weakness.
Alright. Should I just heal here? No, I really want to be able to just skip his turns.
Behold, I walk a royal. Let's go.
And we can heal.
We're not out of this yet.
Alright. We do have a few
Help us out.
MP up items.
What's the play?
Alright, we gotta get the Mask of Mirth down.
I'll cut you down.
Stay insane in a fight. Not bloody like
Oh man. That was not a lot of damage for a crit. He is in the front row, so... Okay. Okay, let's get everyone ready for this. For the next little puppet he puts in his mouth. Okay. Reflect is good there. It looks like... Strohl is always going to be weak to something like that, huh? Okay.
You can count on me.
Heal up here.
Helpful as ever.
I owe you one.
Behold, I walk a royal path.
Alright. Mr. Prince, what are we doing? I don't have any debuffs on me. And I'm really not to the point where I want to do that yet. So heavy physical and extreme physical almighty. Let's do this. Gotta get the Mask of Joy down a little bit further, I think. Okay, Strohl. What can we do with items here? Restores all MP for all allies. Okay, so we have Arcane Dragon Blood that we can use in a little bit. Strohl has 2 more of these.
Hack and slash.
800 was better than 300 before. Okay, and now everyone's weak. So we are set for Basilio just to rip through everything.
Beat him down, Basilio. The dance for you. I'll show you.
Alright. Repel for Strohl.
Let's keep cool.
Has a surprisingly small amount of HP.
See?
Oh, that's not good.
This heralds a new
Holding up an incredible amount of magma.
sacrifice your to the new age.
I'll figure
Oh.
something out.
Awesome. Good timing.
Captain, they've got your defenses down.
Good timing.
Royal soul.
Am I in the back?
Hold on.
I'm not. Okay, good.
This is
Just gotta
it.
take this puppet out.
Still here?
We have plenty of turns to do that.
I'll cut you down.
Oh, he didn't miss. Thank goodness. I wouldn't have been super mad if he did.
The puppet's mag was fading.
Okay.
Right in
Puppet's
their weak
gone.
spot. Beat him down, Basilio.
I think I still have a reflect up on somebody. So what do we have for you? Nothing? Oh, look at that! Make you guys weak to fire.
This might sting. Great job, Junah.
Our new
Now they're weak
world
to
is
something
ideal.
new.
Come forth, royal soul.
Okay.
The magic seeds. Still up?
I can't afford to hold back. I shall vanquish evil.
Alright, what do we got? We have you, and then we have
Slash.
Basilio.
Right on target.
Stay
Nice
insane
one,
in a
Strohl.
fight. Not bloody like
I think we have to get you working on the left side here.
Don't underestimate me.
Okay, you hold on to the fire thing until we need it, and then we need MP for everybody. Okay, Strohl has a reflect. Good.
No ways to let
I knew you'd help. Helpful as ever. Thanks.
Behold, I won't hold back.
Behold. Yeah, Strohl can just wail on the Mask of Mirth.
A tough one.
We're gonna chip away at the other one. Joy, right? The Mask of Joy. Get repelled, nerd. Those don't do a lot of damage at all, do they?
Got your defenses down.
Okay. Yep, we'll just keep chipping away at this one.
Tougher than I thought. I'm ready whenever. Oh, awesome souls, do your
Okay.
thing.
Beat him down, Basilio. Just the dance for you.
Alright, and we used the repel. Who needs it? Basilio needs it.
I owe you one.
There is no power.
Okay.
Fantasy.
The magic seeds. Still here?
Alright, that's good.
Just no holding
I think we're to the point where we can just start wailing on the Mask of Mirth here.
Right on target. Nice one,
Better be
Strohl.
ready.
Oh, shoot. I don't have a heal. You gotta reflect. We should be good.
Focus on Basilio.
The miss. How dare you?
So annoying.
Okay, we gotta heal this turn coming up.
Basilio's been hit with some kind of status ailment. No, a bunch of them.
Okay, what do we got? Removes all buffs, and debuffs are the
Keep it
Prince.
together.
We should get back for a reflect for Junah here.
The world of old.
Let's go.
Alright. Remove all debuff effects. We do not want Basilio missing anymore.
helpful as ever.
I owe you one.
Thank you.
In the name warrior.
Basilio is
I'll cut you
importante.
Right on target. Nice one,
Awesome
Strohl.
souls, do
Okay.
your thing.
Right in their weak spot. Beat him down, Basilio. I call upon a royal soul.
Repel on Strohl. I'm not. Are they gonna target Basilio with the dark attack again?
We can do this.
Yeah, you have slivers of stuff here.
This is it.
Okay. I'm gonna save the heroic whatever thing that gives me 4 action points until I can actually take everything out. There it goes. Score.
Slowing you down, Captain.
All right, give me that crit. Oh, we missed the crit.
All right. You're out of here.
Very sucky.
Down, Basilio. Behold this power.
Junah needs the reflect now.
Let's stay calm.
Hey, we are getting so close.
A tough one.
You first.
You better be ready.
Pass over here, smack him. That is so much health. There we go. Now we need Junah to do her thing. We're gonna need to heal this turn too.
You've got a bunch of ailments slowing you down, Captain.
Okay, debuff.
Raging fire.
Okay, didn't miss anybody.
Let it
Perfect.
go, Junah.
Alright, Mask of Ire is down. Not quite what I wanted. We'll get back here.
This is it.
Okay, hit him.
Still here?
I shall
There we
fight
can
as the
strike
noble I am.
Smash him up.
Alright, I think Basilio can kill that.
Warrior.
We do want the big old crit though. I guess if we crit him and kill it, then I get my turn thing back, right?
Okay, let's.
It doesn't
do
even
this.
go away.
All
Perfect.
right. You're out of here.
Beat him down, Basilio. Over soon enough.
Okay, are you
Looks
weak
like
to
we can't
fire?
brute
You're
force
not.
through this one.
Ooh, what do we do here? I think we play it
You
safe.
can count on me.
So we're gonna get 4 turns if I need them in a second.
Behold, I walk a royal path.
I do need them now, I guess. Okay. Where is it? Alright, 4 turn icons. Here we go.
Now, what's the play? Are you prepared?
Oh, what is the play indeed?
Die hard. Who's coming?
Pretty much just don't miss.
My perfect world!
Oh, hello.
Not yet. I refuse. I won't let it end like this. You will be a sacrifice. You will sustain the strong. Oh, weak one. Oh, peon.
His magla has gone out of control. At this rate, even a man of Luis's mental strength would lose his grip on sanity.
In the end, even he couldn't escape his own anxiety.
Then by his own logic, we've got to put him down. The weak deserve to die. The bastard's own words, yeah?
If he saw a threat in our power, then let us wield it.
You can't just believe in nothing. Nobody can rely on themselves alone. It's a pitiful way to live, and it's time we put an end to it.
Luis Guiaban! Here and now, I will strike you down!
Okay, it's time to do this. Give us our final call to arms.
Come on, everyone. Let's go.
This is our last chance. We've come this far. We
Okay.
have to end this here and now.
I am so glad that I healed.
Vanguard, falling back.
Alright, what do we got?
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Nothing. Big old nothing. Okay.
How about this?
It's okay.
Attack and defense
We can take this in
down.
close combat. I won't hold
You are a human. So let's see what
The magic
type of
seed.
damage we're doing here. Good damage. Okay. Good, good, good.
No
Let's get things all set up here. Decrease attack, we'll do that here. And we'll get the smash going. Ba-boom. Who's next? 2? Prince or agility down? I guess we'll try and figure out if he is... Okay, good. Not resistant to dark. Okay, prevents action. I don't know what that means. Alright, anxiety up. Oh, debuff down. Removed. Gotcha. The link has been severed. I don't know what that means. Okay, we have a healer for the prince. Well, the prince can heal. Oh, he did it this... Oh. Who can't move? Oh, snap. Alright, I guess? Strohl, maybe, right? Oh no, what do I do? Do I put Junah out here?
Is there another way?
No, Strohl still not Strohl. Heismay still has his whatchamacallit.
We can do this.
Oh, he doesn't have his dodge up, right? His agility got removed, so we're fine. I could have.
And its people shall perish.
Okay, I can still get back to... So if we pass here... Oh, this isn't gonna work like I want it to. My turns are all screwed up. They're all screwed up. But you know what? We're gonna do it anyways. We're gonna pass. We're going to do the Wonton destruction thing. And then doing this will at least give me a pretty hard hit from Alphonse here. Okay.
This is it.
Okay, debuff's off. I don't know what that means. Yes! Heismay is a beast.
I shall vanquish evil.
A beast.
Cut and slash.
Hey, no crit.
Here I go.
Beat him down.
Perhaps I'll use what I must. How about
Okay.
this?
I won't hold back.
Oh, his attack's all the way down now.
Now,
So, not you.
you better be ready.
There we go.
Why can you not understand my ideals?
Oh. Don't kill him, don't kill him. Dodge.
Captain, they've got your defenses down.
I have my methods.
Behold, come forth, royal soul.
Heismay becomes a freaking menace at the end of this thing. I want to heal, so we're gonna make sure we can get back to Mr. Prince here. All right, what do we have here? Yeah, we need you in the back. I have no idea what type of attacks these attacks are. But if he tries to karate chop me again and hits, it'll nullify it. Oh, we could try that too. All sorts of fun stuff. Sure.
This should suffice.
Let's repel on Alphonse here.
Let's stay calm.
I'll
Get some distance. Let's go.
get you in the back too. We want to heal up.
Thanks. Much thanks.
Feel true terror.
Oh, are you keeping the debuffs here?
Strength is fading.
Fight a losing battle.
Okay.
I'm
Oh.
focusing my power.
Heismay dodged again.
I'll protect all of us.
Okay, as long as Prince is not first.
Forest overpowering.
Perfect. Prince is not first.
Fight. Just
We need-
hold on.
Just MP
Could do with
for
this.
Alphonse here.
I'm ready whenever.
All right.
Beat him down,
Perhaps this
Basilio.
suits me best. To the vanguard. I'll use what I must.
All right. Heavy physical slash damage to all enemies. It's not going to one-hit kill him. Definitely better than weak physical.
Die!
Come forth, royal soul.
Oh. Oh, do I need to heal again? That may be a good idea.
Falling back.
Oh, unless... Hold on. We can get my turn icons here. We may be able to just chain this into a win.
Afford to hold back.
Try and get a crit. That's all we need. Just one crit. Ah. So close.
You think you're all power of kings? I show no mercy. Apologies. Would you finish it?
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll make it back.
Charging in. To the rear.
Oh, just in case we don't, though.
With healing power.
Take the safe way and heal up anyways.
My thanks.
Now, with no holding back.
Okay, we don't need to worry about crits.
Not done yet.
You better be ready.
Because he's either gonna hit or miss.
Let us clean up the...
Okay, is this it? The poetic last hit, no way.
Let's go.
Alright.
The magic seeds.
But why? Why is it still beyond me?
Dawn breaks.
Look! He's done it! He's finally beaten Luis!
Does this mean he's won? I'm not dreaming this.
He did it.
Not yet. I have my ideals. Witness!
Everyone's fighting their fear and anxiety. Nobody knows for sure what's right. And even through all that, the people have declared you king!
We fight for more than justice. Show him our will against his. Show him the fall of his world.
Hold fast to your ideals! 'Tis your sworn duty as king!
You've wielded the power of kings! It's time to stop following their footsteps! Now it's your turn to take your place with them!
Your fantasy is naught but lies!
What? What's going on?
Fantasy is more than an empty dream. It's a dream with the power to change the world!
Damn you!
The king's scepter's gone. What does that mean? I finally bested my adversary Luis, who had become a threat to all mankind. Thankfully, the nightmare of an entire populace transformed into humans has been averted. This nation has some hope for a future.
That must be the Lord that governs Utopia in all worthy champions. The hero's archetype. The king. I see. At long last, fantasy has become a force that frees people from anxiety. A harbinger of change for a deadlocked reality.
The people have chosen my son. With that, my tremendous gamble hath borne fruit. Thus it is that my duty here draws to a close.
And now, the novel you wrote with such passion will finally begin a new chapter.
This voice, could it be? But how?
While flames swept through the sanctum, I cast a final spell to abandon my body and survive in soul. I became an immaterial being among the fairies. I had to, so I might provide guidance to the child on his most perilous path.
The power of the archetypes. Was that your doing?
No. All I did was awaken them to it. My voice carried the words they needed to hear. That power is no great and rare treasure. It is something that might be grasped by anyone with the will to change the world. And anyone has the power to change the world. Those children proved as much. Now, that boy has grasped the courage of a warrior. All dragons who still roamed the continent have fallen by his hand. For what greater embodiment of the impossible is there than a dragon? And he now possesses the power and will to quell those forces.
I see. Then he is not so weak a child that I must hold his hand. I am truly sorry. I lost all the power I once knew. I saw the sanctum burn, and you. I lost you. Once they took our child from me, all my remaining hope went with him. And so I placed my faith in the royal magic. I believed that if this world would choose him, there would still be hope.
This shall do. That boy's fight, and ours, is finally over. The people no longer need some mystic relic or some lofty magics to soothe their fears. They have found the strength to overcome it within, provided they can turn their anxiety into strength and never stop walking toward the unknown. Reality will ever change. Their world shall be one full of possibility.
This isn't about the throne anymore. It marks the beginning of a new era, led by those who are truly worthy of the people's trust. Almost the appointed time now. The day is dawning on a new king's reign. And with it, my true passing. However, if I may truly end my life with pride in my boy and my love at my side, I've no regrets.
It's been a long road to this moment, hasn't it?
It has indeed. But for our son, a new journey now begins. Heed me, all people of the kingdom. Dawn breaks, and the appointed hour hath come.
He speaks. With the announcement of our new king, everything finally ends.
I now settle the long-contested succession to the throne. They who hath gathered the most faith from their subjects amassed, they who hath overcome this fierce contest, the throne's new sovereign I now reveal. Behold, your new king of your kingdom united.
The new king.
I won't accept it! The new king is Count Luis.
You can't just crown his son after all. That's cheating, that is. Rise up, people! Riot!
Disorderly conduct will not be permitted.
Settle down. The tournament is over. Our new king has been decided, and the royal capital falls under His Majesty's rule. Threaten it, and you shall face the wrath of the crown theocracy's warrior monks.
Bloody fantastic. They really did it.
Quietude descended once again upon the royal capital, and the day of the new king's coronation arrived.
Oh, it looks like it's fixed. They work quick.
Boy, coronation really crept up on us. There's a lot of people in the crowd.
I hope I can do this.
Don't tell me you're nervous. After everything we survived already, stage fright should be nothing for you.
All the same, my heart's pounding out of my chest.
Is it? Nothing you're not used to then. It's just like with the archetypes. Just keep your head high.
It'll be fine. We'll keep the crowd warmed up for you.
Your newfound dignity suits you well, Your Highness. Ah, but I suppose you have outgrown that title. Your Majesty. Yes, that too suits you well.
Your Majesty, I hope I can live up to that title.
By the way, saw some of them Senate fat cats hovering about, acting like they've been supporting us from the start, of course. Always on the winning side, eh?
Better than the alternative, no? Especially since we've got some Luis diehards among the people.
I hear that many are concerned about his proficiency with statecraft. To be honest, I'm not so sure myself.
And their concern is justified. It's not as though I swayed the entire kingdom to my idealistic views.
Junah will stand as moderator at the podium. His Majesty will only be asked for a few brief answers. First, the people would know how you aim to lead them. How will you respond to that, Your Majesty?
Oh no. We're going to change the world, right? That was kind of what we're going in here for.
We have the power to change the world. All of us. I know I'm inexperienced, but I'll strive to do my utmost. With all of you at my side.
That's fine. The people have about had it with pompous monologues. Better to say what you mean with determination.
Still, there are a lot of people in the crowd who have never supported you. How are you going to respond to them?
Probably actions are better than words here, right?
I'll have to let my work prove my words. With results, I hope everyone can feel that our future will be brighter.
You went from a nobody to the top seat in the nation. No need to puff up and bluster anymore, what? You'll do fine.
A ruler must only stand tall. The rest is not done alone. We are with you.
Indeed. And we're no strangers to more practical work. Whatever our tasks, I'm sure we can handle them.
Well, it's time to make your first appearance as our king. Let us brace ourselves.
Good luck!
Thanks for always having my back.
Well, let's go. To His Majesty, the new king!
All right, a warm welcome, please! His Majesty the new king! Your Majesty, you're so young!
Please. My king, your subjects would hear how you intend to lead them.
Relax, okay? Take it easy and use your own words.
As a ruler, I've much to learn. I cannot say what I'll accomplish. And yet, I believe the world can change by our hand. And to that end, I will face any odds.
Now, Your Majesty, a few more words. Naturally, some under your rule now supported other people in the race. How do you respond to their voices?
There will be times I let you down. I know that. Only results can prove my intent. But still, even should you oppose your king, You can always believe in your own future. I will make sure of it.
A nation where dreams and fantasies are always in reach will surely be a challenge.
We'll make it happen.
There you go. If you can pull that off, you'll be the finest king we've known. Well then, this is it! Your attention, please!
No lord remains for you to kneel before. Please take the crown with your own hands, my king.
Long have I awaited the arrival of this day. This journey has reached its end. He came to know the goodness of a hero's heart, and became the king his people had always hoped for. But as this journey ends, so another begins. I'd like you to watch over him on his path for a little longer yet.
He's talking to me.
1 year has passed since the arrival of the new king.
We're zooming.
Heard the news? They're finally reopening that mage academy that got closed down.
You don't say. The famous one deep in the Montario Mountains. Really? I'm impressed. It only took them a year.
They've even paved a proper mountain road. And get this, their headmistress is none other than Lady Junah.
What? The songstress?
Well, she is one of the king's 6 partisans. If she managed to help save the world from Louise, I expect she knows a thing or two about magic. Sounds like they plan to fully open the magic researchers' findings to the people, too. Quite a turn from when the late Sanctifex banned it.
Makes sense to me. After the clash between His Majesty and Louise last year, everyone knows you don't really need an igniter to use magic.
And that's just today's news. It's surprise after surprise, ever since us church folk got the boot from the palace.
Hard to believe it's already been a full year. Only natural that there would still be unrest among the people.
Even the royal knights. Their leadership was bound to the church more than anything, and now he's out on his ear too. And replaced by Sir Heismay Noctool, no less.
You believe that? The royal knights, led by a chief of all things. Though he's one of the 6 partisans himself. When he speaks, everyone listens. No one's about to complain.
Even Parliament now invites citizen representatives to hearings. Strange to think we'd been deaf to the voice of the people until now. It's unbelievable, compared to the days of the autocrats. How swiftly the times change, eh?
Credit where it's due. I think it's thanks to His young majesty. Remember last year's coronation? Unprecedented, that. Saw heroes of all different tribes celebrating the king's victory. Celebrating among the common folk, even. They tell me some of the younger aristocrats have taken to calling it the Great Reconciliation. It really is a tragedy, what happened to his father, the king. But considering how his sons turned out, I hope he's at peace.
Indeed. Yet the real test is still to come. The first year has seen a lot of good, but we've still got our share of problems.
People are smiling more now, but smiles won't solve the multitude of problems we still face.
Speaking of His Majesty, I've also heard some folks saying they've seen a boy wandering around these parts who looks just like him. You don't suppose?
Bah, can't be. Without his escorts? Besides, what business would a king have in this place?
Suppose you're right.
Ha ha ha. I'm invisible.
Mountains upon mountains of appeals from the people. How many days will this take to sort?
After all the trouble you took to flee politics. And somehow you're now the preeminent ladyship of your house. Such is fate.
Despite everything, this year has passed in surprising peace, hasn't it? Honestly, with the royal scepter disappearing like that, I feared more dissent.
Perhaps after Luis, they swore they could never let that happen again. Either way, more and more are dealing with conflicts calmly and openly. Promising.
It promises that I'll have an eternally cluttered desk.
Here, Your Majesty. I've brought in the next load. And there we go. Not half bad, right? Hey! Isn't the king supposed to be here?
When did he? I've said countless times not to leave unannounced.
Oh, all this decoration doesn't suit me. How would Luis and Forden put up with all this damn finery? Your Majesty? Are you here? Junah's back from her inspection.
Apologies, Strohl. I'll look for him now.
Wait! I'm coming with you! Oh, good grief. Some things never change. Not that they should.
I'd say life has changed plenty for us. Yet somehow our captain's same as he ever was.
Oh, I thought they were going to end it there.
I might have got a bit too fresh with them stuck-up sanctists. But those bloody church folk been looking down on us for years, you know? Still, it was other sanctists what stepped in to keep things peaceable too. I reckon they're not all bad. Guess me cogs turning. They lost both their Santifex and the Saint Lady last year. Got their own struggles, I expect.
As authority weakens, power falls to the hands of those who have never wielded it. We must ensure it does not corrupt and give rise to new conflict.
Not like it excuses all of them or makes me want to go up and shake a saint's hand, but you really put some perspective on it.
It was good talking to you, too.
You know what, lad? You're all right. You ever need some good, honest work? I'll get you squared, eh?
I'm glad to see more optimism in the world. Still, it will take more than that to effect true change.
I should have known you'd be wandering around without your escorts again. How is it, being able to hear the city's honest thoughts? If you told them you're the king, it'd knock them sideways. Sorry you ended up coming all this way. Maria's actually out on an errand right now.
And I suppose I'll wait until she comes back.
You sure? That girl always ends up on detours. No telling how long she'll be. Either way, best keep your head down. You know what happens when you're too obvious about this. Sooner or later, the Lady Captain of the Royal Guard...
Oh, there you are! I knew we'd find you here, for crying out loud!
Phew. So you were here.
Speak of the devil.
Let us return, Your Majesty. And I thought I had informed you that Junah would be back from her expedition today.
I have a few stops left in the city, though.
You do know I practically sprinted out the gates to find you. 'Tis settled. I shall come with you on every excursion.
Not dressed like that, you won't. You know how we like snooping around, inconspicuously.
Point taken.
He'll be fine. His Majesty's not about to fall prey to some alleyway scoundrel, surely. Right right, Your Majesty. If you see Maria about, do slow down for a chat. She'll be shattered if she finds out she just missed you.
Fine. Now, Your Majesty, once your business here is finished, please make sure you return to the palace with all swiftness.
Alphonse is a little troublemaker. I like it.
Right.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
Let's go.
This reminds me of the first time Maria went missing. It seems so long ago now. She might be praying in the Grand Cathedral just like back then. Before heading for the Grand Cathedral, why not talk to everyone else first? They're all in the royal capital to prepare for the new year, so let's find them.
Hey?
Okay.
What now?
More is done. Only his cat remains in town. Need to go find this cat. Keep an eye out.
Come now.
When you've finished your business outside the palace, please promise me you'll return to resume your duties, Your Majesty. If you take this as my pressuring you not to venture out, that's not it at all. Only that as captain of the Royal Guard, I must know your whereabouts at all times. You needn't be so serious, Hulkenburg. Lighten up, maybe. You mean to say I'm too fussy? Well, 'tis only proper for the captain of the Royal Guard. To be overfamiliar would set a poor example. Imagine the scandalized faces of the rank-and-file guard.
Of course.
That said, not a day goes by that I don't reflect on our travels now only a year past. I owe regaining my pride as a knight to that journey. I was but a wanderer searching in vain for the prince, and it was through you I learned he yet lived. And in the end, it was your ascent to the throne I supported. I never tire of the faces the younger guards make when I tell them of the time you act as witness to my duel. You mean your duel with Rodin? Yes, thanks to you, I was able to face him with eyes forward and put my past behind me. I'm pleased to say the knights of today are nothing like what they were under Rodin's command. Soldiers take up their sword not for those in power, but for the people. And as the champion of the people yourself, we will do all in our power to protect you, our king.
Well,
you do not make it easy by sneaking out of the palace as you do. Though I suspect the soldiers are getting used to your chaotic tendencies. They know they protect not just a king, but a ruler who stands beside his people and hears their voices in clarion truth.
This I vow.
I will protect you with my life, as I have always endeavored to do, Your Majesty. Only let me stay by your side to do so.
What do you want to do?
All right. There's other people to talk to.
You're not serious. All right, then.
Oh. I did talk to this guy before.
We meet again.
That's you. It's been quite some time. Since the new king's reign, matters have changed a great deal for the tribe's teachings. I feel there's been more people who wish to learn of our teaching and culture, much like you once did before. I wish I could say we were free to worship as we pleased, but that's a dream still among the clouds for the moment. And yet, being able to dream it is evidence itself of progress. It is satisfying for now that more people are open-minded like you. Hey, Alonzo's next.
Pleasure to see you.
Why, hello, Your Majesty. It's only been a year since your coronation, but I see you've become quite apt at sneaking away from your palatial duties. Under constant fire from knaves of all trades, con artists, and critics alike, your opening act has been rather tumultuous, no? Oh, has it? I hadn't noticed. How kingly an answer. Never missing an opportunity to display how capable you are. Commendable. Besides, most of those agitators are the kind of scum that stirs the pots in hopes they might benefit from the country's turmoil. Nothing I couldn't handle, of course, all in a day's work for the royal adjutant to the citizens' council. Quite an ally I've made, I should hope. I wonder if my mother would be the slightest bit proud to see who I've become, that I'm doing my best to use my talents for good, as I always should have. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yes.
I hope so. I was such a problem child. I'd like to make this a country where honest folk like my mother can be happy.
You mention it.
Oh, that reminds me. Do you remember Datarem, my hometown's landowner? He told me to send you his regards. He's since confessed his crimes and is awaiting trial. You were the one who awakened his conscience. It makes sense, doesn't it? You've proven your ideals to be true. That's why the country's doing so well. There's nothing more to it. I'm hardly qualified to speak of pride, but if this country has one, it's you. And I am proud to be among its people. Perhaps under your rule, the day will come that even we Nydia can walk about freely in our true forms. Ah, you're curious what I look like in my true form? I'd be happy to oblige, but let's save that for another time, shall we? Oh, there's two over here. Oh, buddy.
Yo!
Hey, out inspecting again? Seems a right pain to me, but I appreciate you going to all the effort. How fares the city? All's well, I take it. Wish I had something to report, but I don't. Guess that's what happens when you make a guy like me captain of the Tradian Brigade. Bit of a mouthful, innit? Still not used to calling myself a captain, besides. We've even taken in some survivors from Luis's troops, you know. But don't you worry, I've got two eyes on them even when I ain't looking. Way I see it, they weren't the ones trying to make the world worse. I just gotta show them how power's supposed to be used, yeah? We owe it to you that there's less discrimination in the city these days. Fewer and fewer are turned into a life of crime to make ends meet. If Del could see Grand Trad today, his eyes would bug out. And not just Del, a lot of the guys who didn't make it.
That's...
I take it you mean Vinka.
Yeah.
You remember him. Those experiments trapped him in a vengeance he couldn't see past, but I feel like even he might smile seeing what I'm up to now. We built this place with a lot of blood and tears. So I say those of us who made it this far owe it to all of them what didn't to... Wow, what a sentence. So I say those of us who made it this far owe it to all of them what didn't to protect it. Maybe I've got nothing to report today, but it's not like bad people just stop being bad because you're king now.
Thank you.
You've been through a lot though, so thanks for not giving up on us, or the world for that matter. You spot any trouble that I didn't spot first, you just point me at it. I'll solve it quick like.
Oh.
Oh, well, I see our king is out on some personal business, eh? I believe Hulkenburg was searching for you, but I suppose it's none of my business who comes or goes. I'm on break myself. Only try not to frustrate your royal guards over much, They all take their duties quite seriously, much like their captain. Nah, who am I kidding? The knight who smiles is surely a myth. That's become clear to me since becoming titled. What could be more bizarre? A Ujif outcast, once a wanted criminal with a bounty on his head, made knight commander. There was, of course, some opposition at first, but the more heart-to-heart talks I've had, the more accepting they've become, albeit gradually. Oh? They needn't look further than the outcast who became their king.
True.
Indeed, you face no shortage of persecution. And look at you now, grand titles and posts across the nation are no different, spread across all the tribes. I've realized over the past year just how much a nation is defined by its people. No matter how great a king, he alone does not a country make.
However,
yet he stands for those very people as symbol and representative. That the king and those around him are of mixed tribes, it has already caused a great shift in sentiment, even for those in the rural villages.
Now that you mention it.
And just how is Tadari these days?
Yes.
He seems as busy as he can handle, now that they've resumed trade with other villages. Your coronation inspired that village to greater heights. It proved that barriers can be broken, and that even they could take the first step. New winds are blowing in every corner of this country. I'll have to make another trip back home with my son to see the changes for myself soon enough. And someday, I hope distant generations will grow up only knowing conflict born of tribal differences from history books.
We shall.
We've a ways to go before the day comes, but until it does, let us forge the path toward it, Your Majesty. All right.
All right then.
Okay, we're not heading that way yet.
Thanks.
We still have people to see. What do we have here? Neuras? Hey, I remember you. Hello.
Yes, hello.
To think that you, of all people, would end up becoming the king. I never expected it, but I will tell you one thing. Wax poetic about your ideals all you want, but when it comes to protecting the country, only power will suffice. The people don't all approve of a dreamer king. Oh! Should probably be nice to Rudolph here, but who are you? That sits pretty right with me.
Is that so?
Easier said than done. How much has the country truly changed in the past year? Have your policies truly fared better than Luis's would have? If all you do is talk, you're no better than the last king. All ideals, no power. Just the same. Well, hearing that, I should have just said, who are you? Oh? What brings His Royal Majesty here? Come to feel the wind on your face too, have you? I know how it is. I have the fancy old title of Chief Engineer of the Kingdom Infrastructure Development Bureau and can research as I please now, but something's missing. So I threw off that stuffy old uniform and came to gaze upon the runner in the way I do.
About that.
I feel like I know what you mean when you say something's missing. I knew you'd agree. I think my bones are aching to feel the wind. I rather miss the days of dashing hither and thither in the runner. Not that I'm ungrateful for the gracious title you've given to a man who used to skulk about, modifying gauntlet runners. You haven't seen anything yet. Why, one day I'll invent a teleportation device that will deliver fresh fish straight from Oceania to your palatial plates. It would change the world, wouldn't you say? I'm just a bit stuck at the beginning on the development.
Indeed.
And it's times like this I need stimulation of the mind. You have anything that might do the trick? Are you gonna send me on another relic hunt? Oh, don't pretend you didn't enjoy it. Every time you'd pop back in with one, I remember how I could hardly contain my excitement. I do so miss traveling like that. Even if the relics themselves were better off left untouched, they've become the guiding principles of my research, you know? Convenience is important, but one must consider safety and the effects it might have on the world. An engineer who dumps a burden on future generations is no engineer at all.
However...
Still, it's no small feat to design with a perfect balance of safe and revolutionary. Even I struggle with it, and I'm a bally genius. Bally genius. I knew it. What I need is stimulation. Your Majesty. You know, like the soul-shaking speed and quiver of a drive engine. You let me know if you ever want to go off for a spin, won't you? Our dear old girl's sparkling clean and always ready to take off. Good times.
Amazing.
Oh, that was some lag. I thought I had broken the game. Is there anything new here? There we go. Can I finally go up in the stairs? Cockpit, which was a mangled wreck after the fight against Luis, has been completely restored. Okay. In the last battle, when we rushed to the Charadrius, the gauntlet runner was a great help. That doesn't do anything either. During our travels, Neuras used to cry out enemy attack through the runner phone, waking everyone up in a panic. So, not a whole lot. Can I raid food? Oh, the warehouse was neat and tidy. I didn't find anything. Sad day. Maybe not now. No reading here. All right. Should we leave a present for Neuras, huh? Maybe I should go in while no one else is using it. Yeah.
Right.
I feel refreshed. No showers, though. That's too bad. Yeah, we don't have any vacuuming or cleaning to do here. Hey, Neuras says it's been improved beyond compare, but it looks the same to me. Kinda does, doesn't it? It's possible this igniter was prepared for me so I could learn about this country. Fair. Okay. think that may be it. There's outside has no one. That's outside the right way. Oh, it's not gonna let me go up or out. Oh, out. All right. Cool. It's the fairy tale guy. Oh, who's over here? Where you be? There you are. Oh, wow.
My king.
Oh, there you are, Alphonse. Heard you were in town, so I decided to see if we might cross paths. I have so much to tell you about my inspection, so I'm afraid you'll need to clear your diary for me soon.
In that case...
Did you bring me back any souvenirs? Let's just focus on the report. Don't worry, I'll give you just the gist. Firstly, the Mage Academy's reconstruction is going swimmingly. Repairs are in full swing, and we're already processing admissions. I must say, I'm still surprised you appointed me, of all people, to be the Academy's headmistress. I was rather looking forward to going back on tour as a songstress. Oh, and shall I introduce you to my furry little friend? I scooped him up at the Academy of all places. Oh, it's the cat! During the reconstruction, they stumbled on the little guy in some kind of observatory supposedly used by a king long ago. Considering the igniter around his neck, I'm sure he was being taken care of. I mean, there's no way a cat could survive alone in that cold, could he?
So...
Regardless, our mysterious kitty is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the Academy. All that knowledge was lost when it fell, so we're starting from scratch. It may even be hiding secrets as big as the Dragon Temple or the Sanctum. Oh, and I'm keeping the cat. Feels like fate, you know?
Speaking of which...
Speaking of fate, on my way back, I met up with Mirth.
Now we're talking.
She's been keeping well, I hope.
Yeah.
More than well. Her throat has been fine, and she's a fairly prominent singer about town now. We both just keep soaring to new heights. Her in music, and me coming face to face with magic again.
Hey!
Surely you remember, music was the first magic born in this world, yes? When the heart expresses itself through music, it moves the hearts of others, and when they make hearts swell, why, there's no end to the magic. So just you watch. With music and magic at my side, I'm gonna change the world. All will have equal opportunity to hone their talents at the Mage Academy. Our doors are open to all. That's what my sister would have wanted, and if it makes the world a better place, why isn't that just grand?
Magic.
Rella taught me that magic is more than a tool. It's in all of us, deep in our hearts. Hello?
Wait a sec.
Isn't that the cat from Academia? If that place was made of magic, how is it here in real life? To say nothing of how he could have survived in a deserted ruin buried in the snow. That shouldn't be possible, right?
That's a good kitty.
And yet, he's never stopped looking cute. It doesn't bother you at all? You sure are something else. If memory serves, the last king did build himself a study in the Mage Academy. Do you think Academia was styled after that, maybe? I wonder what His Majesty, what more, felt when he put this little guy in Academia. The cat tends to himself quietly, utterly impartial to us. As cats do. Alright, what are we at? We need only a couple more. 5. Excuse you. The king himself out browsing the shops? Perhaps I need to draft up a royal certificate of appointment. Tell the world we supply goods to the royal family. Well, anything you'd recommend? One igniter in particular, in fact, though I'm afraid we're all sold out of it at the moment. The igniter I made at the children's request, the one that lights up with rainbow colors, is selling startlingly well. The store was packed with families and children. I now hold a position where I control the distribution of all manner of goods throughout the kingdom as the head of the Igniter Consortium. I can't help but think that if I had been in this position sooner than the church's violence, the tragedy of that village could have been prevented.
Brigitta.
What matters is how we move forward, though, right?
Yes.
Indeed, I can dwell on the past all I wish, but it won't change it. The future, on the other hand. I took up this post after I was nominated by my colleagues. In other words, I suppose that means people have expectations of me and that I, too, am a spoke in the wheel of change. Our new king has changed this country for the better. However, as a former arms dealer, it would be naive to think all weapons can ever disappear from this world. It's all the more reason I hope that the reasons for people to wield them continue to decline. To that end, I'll continue doing all that I possibly can with all that I am, just as you do.
Speaking of...
Yes, do you remember my dog? I found the ones who took her. Naturally, I considered ending their lives, but there she was, sitting behind them. Evidently, they could not bring themselves to harm such a sweet creature, so they decided to keep her instead. I had no choice but to spare their lives. I couldn't subject a gentle dog to the atrocities I'd commit in her name. You should come play with her sometime. I'm sure she remembers you. How nice, the dog didn't die. Oh, hello.
Hey!
What's the word, Your Majesty? Just one question, if I may. When are you gonna lower the booze prices in this country? I'm only codding ya. Haven't felt much like drinking till I black out so often anymore. After I entered the tournament, I really went through some stuff. I was acting a fool on the world stage, and you too. I'm grateful, you know. Can't speak for the rest of the country, but you've done right by us Parapus. We've got it better than we ever did. Some chuckleheads out there still try to take their aggression out on us, but they're just venting, probably. I'm sure you'll do something soon enough. Ooh. We got the confidence in some of the old candidates, too. That's pretty good.
Hey.
Hello there, Your Majesty. It's great to see that you're doing as well as ever. I've just left a meeting with the provincial lords. I also preach the Mustari teachings in various areas when the opportunity arises. Many still push back against such teachings, but that's perfectly fine. A country is well served by different perspectives. Many of the villagers have come around to this too, you know. I think that's because you all faced such danger on our behalf. Still, it won't be easy to change the country of Uchronia. Its history is embedded deep in its roots. The country is larger, and some people will need all the power you have. The true test of your values has only just begun.
May God keep you, child.
All right.
He's surveying the city incognito, Your Majesty. Your escorts would be aghast. Not that I think anyone is truly capable of harming you. As you are aware, faith in the Sanctus Church plummeted after our misdeeds were exposed. I admit, we were arrogant and unjust, wicked in custom. But people have found salvation through the Church as well. I intend to restore the Sanctus Church to its true purpose, to offer salvation to those in need. As Saintiarch, that's the title, okay? And as someone who was saved by the Sanctus faith myself, that is all I can do to return the favor. There she is.
Greetings.
Working hard as ever, Alphonse. Were you going about town and listening to what the people have to say? Myself, I've just come from the Crown Court where I've been consulting with the people about their grievances and disputes as Chief Magistrate. Delegation's good, yeah.
Well,
shouldn't a Chief Magistrate delegate such tasks? Oh, that's a question I shall throw right back at you, Your Majesty. As you're undoubtedly aware, in the past, many citizens were sentenced to hang without so much as a trial. I'm pleased to report things are different now. Anyone, regardless of race or status, can tell their side of the story in court and be judged equally and fairly. It just goes to show anything is possible, even for a priestess to become a chief magistrate. And my brother is making great strides as village chief. He rather hated the role before, but he's truly found his calling, I think.
The reason is...
As I said, no one knows what the future holds. It's all the more reason I try to guide people to good choices. I want to live in a society that practices kindness, where those who suffer need not turn to crime, and so I practice what I
Now that
preach.
you mention it.
The other day, I went to visit Ovi's church to inquire with those who are sick there about how the kingdom can be more accessible to them. Oh, was Ovi doing well? Yes, we practiced dancing together, and then we showed her mother. All of them are ready to ease into working again. Hearing them made me reflect on all the people who still need our help. Until now, the only hope those people had was God. I want to fight for them to have options, under laws and systems that they can rely on in addition to higher power. A country where all the tribes with all their values can join hands in harmony. That's what we need. You aim to achieve that too, yes, Your Majesty? I hope you allow me to keep walking alongside you in this. Is that everyone on that map? Good.
Ain't this a pickle?
All right. Okay. There's Old Man Sir.
Right.
Well, if it isn't your majesty. It's been a year since you've ascended the throne, and a quick one at that. It feels like the strife with Luis was but a bad dream. Had you asked me then, I would have been wringing my hands about one so young leading the kingdom. But now, I'm embarrassed to have thought it. You have a keen eye to recognize the danger Luis posed, and are braver still to have fought him. You had a kingly caliber I never truly possessed. Still, a single year is but a drop in the proverbial bucket. Stay vigilant, King. Okay. And... aha, here he is.
Lovely, that.
That's something.
What an unexpected coincidence, Your Majesty. No guards with you today. Don't worry, I'm no tattletale. I myself just left a meeting going over how the provincial governments are doing. We convened for the new year.
So,
how are things in Martira? Oh, it's as lively as it used to be, and we owe it all to you, Your Majesty. That dodgy mess you cleaned up for us feels like ancient history now. And I'm pleased to report, as the head of the provincial lords, it's nothing but good news reaching my ears. Better relations between towns has employment up and overall welfare too. Each town has specialties and wisdom to offer, and when we combine our heads, there's no problem we can't solve. I just feel so blessed to be a part of it. I know I made some blunders when I first stepped into the governor's role, but I'm happy to share my failings so others don't repeat my mistakes. Oh, that really brings me back. I know I was trying to do too much on my own back then, and I got a bit overzealous. Of course, some lords are like I was once, and would rather manage things at their sole discretion than leave things to the people. And yes, taking every matter to public opinion can be laborious, what with all the proceedings and disputes. Still, changing our own lives with our own hands makes the process worth the trouble. And choosing a king of our own will, was all the inspiration we needed for a change. Okay. Hey, how are you doing? Your Majesty, it's already been a year since you've ascended to the throne, and 1 year since I lost my bid for it. Thinking back, I've no regrets. I'd not have been able to defeat Luis in the end as you did.
Yeah.
That's candid of you. I don't know what I expected, really, but I believe in your power, Your Majesty. Though I'll not acquiesce on all fronts, you know, you needn't look further than your 6 partisans, your merry little band. I can appreciate your faith in your inner circle, but to award them all your key posts? Why, one might suspect you of collusion. A country requires views from all walks of life, or, put another way, why not appoint me your Prime Minister? With my guidance, Uchronia would become a land of true beauty. Just when you think he's about to make a decent point, he plays his own angle. Don't let your guard down around that guy. He hasn't changed a whole lot then. Alright. Hello.
Hi there.
Well, if it ain't the big man himself. Good timing, mate. I just got back into town myself. That's right, she was gonna go and explore and do stuff, huh? Where'd you go? I forget, where'd you go again?
What a day.
I'm captain of the Seekers Recon team, remember? We travel the world doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And crazy doesn't begin to describe what's beyond the sea. Sights, the magic, everything's so fantastic, I'm already itching to get back out there. Well, I'm not especially keen on dodging the bloody cannonballs when my ship gets too close. Lots of tension out there, but what country isn't a little tense? Everything from the customs to the way they think is so different my head spins. Makes all the tribal bickering seem right dull if I can speak my mind. But this country's changing for the better. I'm glad I turned over the throne to you. Is that so?
Hold on.
You turned it over to me, did you? Yeah, I knew you'd do right by the Parapus, so I bowed out early to give you a fighting chance. Just kidding. All my cohorts have found jobs, and some of them have even picked up new skills from being out at sea so long.
See you soon, I hope.
Don't you worry your kingly head. I'll have it all whipped up in a report for you. Do something proper kingish with it, yeah? Oh, there's Strohl.
Say there.
Hey.
Ah, skulking about the city again, are we? Which is to say, Hulkenburg is on the hunt. Classic game of cat and mouse, though who is which I dare not say. It's been a year since you've ascended the throne, but it's like you've hardly changed.
I mean...
Oh, forgive me. I'll try to act more like a pretentious git from now on. That's rich. All that royal blood in you is positively wasted, my friend. What are we going to do with you? Not that I can talk. I actually came out for a bit of a breather myself. You know, I see now that even those at the top have their struggles, a little too clearly. A general's duties feel overwhelming at times. But there are lives hanging in the balance. I recognize the weight of every decision I make, and I do find satisfaction in protecting those lives. Remember our first meeting back at the recruitment center? I, a fallen noble with nothing to my name, and you, a struggling Elda traveler. Back then, my only goal was getting ahead. My people were little more than an afterthought. If I hadn't met you, I'd have never realized the truth about my fortune, my father's intentions, and I certainly couldn't have saved the Halians.
Thank you.
I owe seeing the joy in their faces to you. I think I've said it before, but again, thank you.
That's...
You need to give yourself some credit, Strohl.
No.
I would still owe any credit I could take to you for showing me the way. They live stable, peaceful lives thanks to you. You've a whole country on your shoulders now. The road ahead will be full of challenges we can't possibly foresee. But show me the way and I'll blaze the trail, now and always. It's my role as a warrior to be the vanguard.
That's right.
Our titles may have changed, but I'd like to think our friendship is steadfast as ever. Don't hesitate to rely on me, now and always.
Alright then.
Alright, I'm missing, I think, one person. Who is it? I'm not missing one person, I just need Maria. Alright, well, let's scoot around. Oh, hello. See if we can find any old friends. Lady Gruidae. Ah, it's been quite some time, hasn't it, Alphonse? You've matured a great deal in the short years since I last saw you. Rumors of your rule have reached even the Sanctum. Some are kinder than others. Taking the reins of a runaway country must have its share of difficulties. Your face tells me as much. The frail child who could do little more than lie on the brink of death has come so far. Goodness, tears come so easily with old age. I'm grateful to you too. I did nothing. You're the one who achieved everything. I'm surprised to see you in Grand Trad, Lady Gruidae. It's a curious thing. I received a rather forceful invitation here, you see, from one of your friends, the girl named Junah. Goodness knows how many times she's already come to visit the Sanctum, seeking instruction on magic. Some of the villagers are rather smitten with her. She declared that if I wouldn't feel welcome coming to Grand Trad, she would have a highway built directly between the capital and the Sanctum. Oh, Junah, she probably would. So there you have it. Now then, Alphonse, or rather, King Alphonse, the 1,000-year seclusion of the Elda tribe may soon come to an end under your guidance. And yet, the journey ahead of you will be hard. The dreams you hope to achieve will feel just out of reach. So do stop by and show your face around the forest sometime. Your mother cannot do so herself, but I can whip up some of her favorite dishes in her spirit.
Wonderful, isn't it?
Okay, we got our Russell. Russell, you're here. Oh, Gallica, and your highness as well. Ah, but that's no longer your title, is it? Excuse my impertinence, your majesty. Still, knowing that the New Year's celebrations were just around the corner, I couldn't resist returning to the capital to see how the kingdom was faring. Has it been kind to you? Indeed. I need only look upon their smiling faces to see that. The city feels alive again, and it seems as though the citizens are free to choose their own paths. I must say, I never imagined that I'd return here without all the cloak and shadow. I owe a great deal to the work of Lady Junah. To think I'd be able to see Grand Trad, with His Highness sitting openly upon the throne. Alcis, are you seeing this as well? We've got a long way to go, but I know Grius will be watching. I should tell you, a sizable number of the villagers in the Sanctum have gained an interest in the outside world. I've been acting as sort of their bridge. It seems this doddering old fool has found a new role. Find the middle ground for both those who wish to preserve tradition and those who seek innovation. Yep. I couldn't think of a better man for the job, Russell. I'm sure you'll be a great help to the village. I fought so long to save this country, but seeing all these smiling faces now, I think perhaps I'm the one being saved. This is a country that protects its people, and the people shape the country in turn. Surely that's the world His late Majesty wished to see. Not to simply chase the ideal of a utopia, but to shape it with our own hands. We've a long way to go, but I trust you'll continue to make this country stronger, Your Majesty. Alright, do we have any other surprising faces down this way? Oh, too far. Alright, it's hard to steer the sword thing. Okay, no one too fancy. Okay, got a little kid. I think we're set. Let's go find Maria.
So?
Yeah, I think we've heard all we can from people. Should we head to where Maria is?
That reminds me.
Sure can. Being here sure brings back memories. You remember how we came here looking for Maria before the tournament for the throne? She was crying back then, though.
But...
well, things are different now. You can say that again. This country's turned around since then, no doubt about it. I'm sure there will always be differences of opinion, but your ideals are really coming to fruition now, I can feel it. That reminds me, what's up with the book you're carrying around now? Is that the one you've been working on yourself? I'm excited to see what kind of fantasy you can conjure up. But maybe that's not even the word for it. After all, if you're the one putting it in ink, that means you're going to make it a reality someday. Now then, Your Majesty, shall we get going? Scooting along on my little sword.
Oh, hello there. Oh, right. I suppose now I should call you Your Majesty. You know, I was just telling Papa, even through all that mess, everyone's really been working hard.
Am I keeping my promise properly from back then?
Yes, you beat the villain, and now the city's full of smiles. And I'm sure Papa's smiling down on you too.
That's good. Hearing that from you really lifts my heart.
Oh no, come on, stop. Log! Oh. There we go. It's a joy to see kids like her smile. The future changes slowly and the burden of its momentum will fall on their shoulders one day.
Don't worry. I'll try to do my part with what I've got. I want to help everyone understand that the world could be a better place if we can join hands with one another. Miss Fabian's fed so many hungry people since things changed. Some of those people even said they found their place there. I think I did too. If we can all change together for the better like that, we'll be closer to Your Majesty's and Papa's dream.
A place where I ought to be, a side of myself I ought to show. The path is never clear.
And I want to help with something too. I want everyone across the land to be able to smile.
Yes, I expect great things, my trusty advisor.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh, thank you, Your Majesty.
We should be the ones thanking her. Feels like I can see the entire country's future in her smile.
Everyone!
Long time no see. How have you been?
As we find ourselves afield, I thought I might visit Alsace myself.
Hold on a tick. Those people there. Surely not.
Naturally, we're drawing attention. We didn't all have to go at once.
Needn't fuss, old thing. It's been too long since we were all together again anyway.
Aww.
Lady Junah, did she really come all this way in a runner? Would have asked His Majesty to pop over and bring you back with a teleport or two.
The unmitigated nerve. Oh, it's fine. I wanted to take in our country as it is. It's definitely a little rougher outside the capital's walls. There's still traces of melancholia around, and the odd human roaming about.
We're sending soldiers out for every incident we can. But It's not easy to hear the voice of the people from more distant regions.
I guess it's obvious. But just because you're king now doesn't make you suddenly all-seeing.
A lesson I learned last year. In the end, I was blind to a great deal of this world. Never would have learned if I hadn't pushed out the door and seen it with my own eyes.
He's right. The capital can be a bit of a bubble. There will always be more to do and learn beyond its walls.
A year ago, I would have just said we could fly over ourselves. I mean, let's be real. The capital isn't going to fall apart if we just sneak over for a little tour, is it?
Of course not. We specifically put precautions in place to keep things running.
Yet it has only been 1 year. We cannot be too complacent too soon, lest the dissidents seize on the opportunity.
Oh, there he is! Over there! See? I told you, that's His Majesty, innit?
Might have been a bit too obvious.
Oi there, Your Majesty!
You dare hoy the king? You swine!
Steady on, Hulkenburg, calm. You needn't draw steel on the poor fellow. We're the ones who indulged in this little day trip.
Your Majesty, thanks for all you do, really. Have to say, my life's a lot easier now.
There's more work to do every day. But we're in this together. We believe in you.
Everyone's so supportive. Kind of brings back memories from last year.
Rather. It's the sort of thing to get a chap all misty-eyed over the past. What a journey it was.
We really did just leg it up and down the country slaying dragons, eh? Can't believe we actually survived it.
They were dangerous times, but exciting ones too.
When we fought to appease the dragon god, I had no idea we would have to face another 4 dragons.
Nor I. Never thought the day would come when I'd be hailed as a dragon slayer. Life is full of surprises.
Right.
I resolved to believe in my ideals no matter what may come, even back then. Even if the world is slow to change, a king's beliefs can never waver.
It was a hard road, but we did have fun together, didn't we?
Looks like we're drawing a crowd. Time to get back to work.
Indeed. A veritable mountain of tasks awaits us, and I will see it crested.
It's not the end, is it?
And not long after, the new year dawned.
Holy cow.
A journey? Are you really planning on leaving us?
I won't force you to come.
I won't
like
force
that.
you to come. I'm fine going alone.
I can't let myself stagnate. I want to learn more about the world.
I already told you. I'll follow you wherever you go.
Sounds like fun, but a daily jaunt down to the slums is one thing, and a proper journey is quite another. You're a king now, lad. You've got the people's expectations on your shoulders. It's all right to just sit on your throne and mind the home front, you know?
I want to do what I can for the people. If that's not kingly, then the crown's just slowing me down.
Come on, this is no time for jokes.
Never the fearless gadabout, eh? Well, I take your point back. Magla and the humans make a fine barometer for the anxiety still swirling in the country. So you go out and give it a proper survey, where it is and how much is there. If people can't face their anxieties, they can't keep their eyes forward. And if they can't do that, we'll have a bally hard time moving forward as a nation or a people. So you want to get a better grasp of it all. That's your most important duty as a ruler. That's what you're thinking, eh?
Right.
Even the most faraway future begins with the belief that it can be realized, so I'll press onward. That's the best I can do.
If that was your plan, you could have just said so.
Sounds like a fine idea to me. A proper spot of fun, besides. Wouldn't expect any less from our king and captain. Well, since I'm the ballet court engineer, I've no choice but to come along. I'm the only driver fit to maneuver the Royal Skyrunner after all. And why, you're the Dragon Slayer King, bane of monsters all across the country. When I imagine what sort of wondrous encounters you've got next, well, I'm all agog. Yes, here begins our quest anew. Let us sally forth upon our... hello? Are you not listening to me?
Sire, you've really got to stop chasing these ideas all on your own. You'll be the death of us.
Once again, sire, I've asked you countless times to give word if you're to leave the castle. Such caprice.
Neuras, don't tell me you called for them beforehand.
Saved us a bit of time, eh? Though, hello, what's this? I count only 2 of the 6 partisans. Short a few spears.
For my part, I believe 'tis unrealistic for all of us to depart the capital together.
Oh, so you've no plans to stop our little adventure, eh?
Hulkenburg and I talked it over. We decided that if you insist on going, we'd rather go with you than stop you.
I'm glad to hear that, but will that be all right?
I was thinking back to our last fight with Luis. So many people supported us, but not for any high-minded ideals or arguments.
They were supporting us because we were actively fighting a monster on their behalf. In the end, people make choices based on their personal experience and emotion. Even if decided justly and supported by prosperity, people may struggle to trust a king whose face they do not know. An invisible ruler is no cure for their fears.
Right. I'm not opposed to the idea of getting out into the world again. Really, it might be the wisest move to make sure you're a king everyone knows.
My friends and allies believe as I do. Their support is the greatest treasure I could have.
Still, this early into the new year? 'Tis never a dull moment in your Majesty's employ.
Bit of a smaller party than we last set out with, huh? But it's a pleasure to be on the road again with you.
Okay, but can we really afford to have both our general and the Royal Guard's captain coming along for this?
'Tis natural course for the Royal Guard to accompany the king. And I trust my corps is not so feeble that it will fall apart in my absence.
We'll make it work. Got to learn to trust others and delegate, right? And we'll just have to lead by example.
Right then, let's go.
You once heard my voice and answered a query in kind. Is fantasy a powerless creation? A timeless question. So long as life remains in the world, we seekers all shall search for our answer. But he will find his. Of that I am certain. And it is thanks to you for believing in and guiding him. That was the true purpose of my royal magic, you know. To seek and obtain guidance from denizens of a land beyond ours. A land that has not yet lost hope. And it was you who answered the call. Armed with your hope, armed with the power of fantasy, you rose in glory. Such courage, such whimsy, and yes, what thrills. You have my sincerest thanks.
And we're off. Journey number 2.
Feels familiar. It's been far too long.
Aye, the wind feels an echo of days past.
Unusually poetic for you.
They're awful, aren't they? They would have left us behind.
Well, I'm not certain we're in a position to talk, having followed straight after, saying we could just teleport back.
Well, hey, we figured the kids might want to change your scenery, like.
Wow! Amazing!
Poetic indeed. That the scepter's absence restored order to Magla, and even greenery to the sands.
I'll say, I definitely like this view better.
Let's go.
I had forgotten about this promise to Maria here. To take her out on the runner. Hey! Bravo, game, bravo. That is a very solid story, I think. Good game, and the pacing was okay too. I think there were only a couple of days where I didn't know what to do, and that came near the end of the game. So, definitely room to make mistakes on a first playthrough like this. And knowing what I know now, New Game Plus, it should be pretty easy to 100% all the quests and everything like that. Especially when you know what you're looking for. But yeah, man, the art was phenomenal. The story, like I said, pretty solid. I'm still kind of meh about the prince's body double. I guess his Magla body and his real body fusing. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I gotta say, I think Maria's side story was my favorite, but a majority of them were good side stories. I didn't feel like it. Any of them were just empty. I'm doing this because we have to, side story. And we got a little bit deeper backstory for each of the characters that we did. Alonzo's pissed me off when I thought he died. So I'm glad he didn't. But it's still, grr. Let's see what else. The trials were crazy. Having to grind up for those because I didn't understand game mechanics quite like I needed to. I could have done that at a significantly lower level, which would have made the end game a lot more challenging, I think. But yeah, I mean, overall, good stuff. The progression was fine. I, however, did have a gripe with, I think, Moore's last bond, where we had to master an elite archetype, and I thought it was the end of the game at that point. So, at that point I had Eupha, Junah, and Basilio at very low bond levels, and then I didn't think I had time to level up an elite bond just through the normal progress of the game. But I was proven wrong, so, you know, that gripe really doesn't matter. That last month gives you a ton of time just to finish things up. So, good job, Atlas. Not like Persona 5, where you had to be pretty spot on with your conversations, your party conversations, to get all of their, whatever they called the bond levels in that one up. So I enjoyed that change a lot. And all the dungeons were consistent. You could save outside. At the end of the dungeon, there was a save point. The Magla Hollows felt weird. Those were only in the main dungeons, which also makes sense, but I would have expected them to be in other dungeons too. So that was a surprise. And yeah, just a traditional JRPG thing of going down, taking down a god or a demigod, and the power of friendship, hope, wins out the day. the runner was an awesome idea for a transportation vehicle. Start out with legs, and then you get a little... I have no idea what he did to make it water-worthy, but after that you get wings. So, good stuff. Oh dang, I thought that was it. Okay. What else is there to talk about? I'm trying to think of the mechanics of the game. So there's the money management part, which until the end of the game, you really did have to manage your money if you didn't go out of your way to grind. Magla, there was a point where it felt like I had too much Magla, and then I started unlocking the elite and royal archetypes, and the Magla just disappeared. So those decisions were important, and I liked that. And they also gave you a way to grind, which it took me a while to figure that out. I think I was like 30 or 40 hours into the game by the time I figured out how to reset dungeons correctly. And yeah, definitely gonna go New Game Plus. So I'll spend some time on... I don't know if it's gonna let me use the complete game save to go back and grind up, or if I'll have to go back to before Luis and grind up all of my archetypes and levels there. But I'll definitely grind everything up to max and start New Game Plus and go from there. I'm not sure if I'll do it right after finishing the game, but that's definitely going to be on my bucket list backlog of games and videos to do. Let's see. We didn't have any... No, we really didn't have any of those, hey, I'm your best friend, but I'm a super dense character, like Ryuji in Persona 5. And the other Persona games, from what I've heard. So it was nice that everyone had their own strength, some of their own weaknesses, and to see them overcome a few of those through the Bond stories. Thinking back on it, like, we had 5 main towns, right? Grand Trad, Martira, Oceana, Etria, and Altaberry. That doesn't really seem like a lot of towns, but they were pretty well built out. Gave you a lot to explore, a lot of quests to get. The quests. A lot of them weren't just the fetch quests. There were subjugation quests, a good variety, I think. And the fetch quests didn't take long. They weren't kind of like time wasters, something to inflate the game. I'm kind of bummed that I never did get to finish the Colosseum. I mistimed that horribly. Where did those days go? Like, I missed a few days at the beginning in Grand Trad, in the Mausoleum, because I was running out of mana too quick. Oh, there's another thing, mana. Magla potions are not readily available. And that was a big sticking point at the beginning of the game. That's where a lot of my troubles happened. So Magla potion management was also an important thing to learn. And thank goodness, like, I had enough at the end of the game to not have to switch my party members out for the Luis fight. I could just use my full heal Magla stuff. And yeah, I think mechanic-wise, I enjoyed it. It got more and more intense as the game moved on, and you got more archetype skills that you could inherit, and more inherit slots for the archetypes. And now I'm wondering if New Game Plus, you're gonna have to redo all the Bond conversations. I don't know what carries over, so I'll have to look that up. but I'm pretty sure the royal virtues carry over, so I don't need to worry about those. And I don't know if the masks or the summons carry over, or if I have to go and get those again. There is the New Game Plus boss in Academia. I think it's the Apocalypse book, where that one's at. And apart from that, I have no idea what other new stuff to expect. But with that, there's the end of the game and the credits. And we'll stick around and see if there's any post-game scenes.
Dear guest, from a world I shall never know, in your eyes, I know our journey was ultimately a fiction. However, I hope your memories of this fantastical adventure burn as bright in your reality. I hope the promise of our world echoes in you. With all my heart, I hope that fantasy gives you strength.
Post-game scenes, here we go.
Look at that. The rubble's just made for tourists now.
I never expected a view like this.
Let's see it all. Let's see the world.
A new journey now beckons. In days of eld, the people prospered and perished in turn. Struck by their ways, I wrote a book of my dearest ideals. A tale of fantasy. In my vision, they placed their trust, and so the kingdom breathed new life.
The strength to believe in the unknown, that can change everything. Without a doubt, you will face all sorts of trials ahead. But carry onward with all your heart. Onward, fearless, into a world unknown.
Fantasy lives on. It's no longer dead. We did it. Well, by saving your clear data, certain things can transfer over as is to a new game. You can transfer currently owned items with some exceptions: money, mag, royal virtues, scanned enemies, memorandum, archetype statuses, and total playtime. Okay. Yes. Okay, well that answered that question. Yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I had a blast playing through this game. So, take care, may your fantasies live on, and I'll see you in the next game.